Living in the countryside is no longer a prerequisite for cultivating green spaces. Instead, they're blossoming everywhere across the UK, thanks to the dedication of inspiring individuals from all walks of life who are committed to building community gardens. Throughout the series, Tayshan Hayden-Smith's been on a mission to spotlight these unsung gardening heroes, and today he's off to a very rainy Liverpool to meet our youngest yet.
Today, I'm here in Liverpool to meet a young man who took it upon himself to uplift his community through the power of gardening. At just 15 years old, he managed to organise the planting of a community garden, creating a space that brings pride and joy to his neighbours. Now it serves as a true green escape in an urban place, and I can't wait to meet the man himself today. Hey man, how's it going? Cool. Decided to walk the garden for you today.
Yeah.
Bring a bit of rain with me.
Nice. Thank you for that.
And I knew instantly as I was walking down this road, I knew instantly this was the garden, this was it.
They're not quite like it in the area, no.
No, it's special. This is kind of your baby, your creation, isn't it? And take me through a bit about the journey of how it came to be. I mean, this looks like it's been here for years.
This was a fly tipping hotspot itself. It was a patch of grass that was, constantly on rotation of having mattresses and TVs and stuff on it. And I was just really, sick of having to see that basically every day coming home from school, and I decided during my summer holidays that I was going to try and do something about it. Took about 2 years of campaigning and doing some smaller projects as well, like skip days. So every now and again, periodically, Mulgrave Street Action Group, we'd hire skips for the people to get rid of their rubbish responsibly, rather than it ending up on here or in the street. So yeah, it took that long, and the issue was so big that I felt I had to do something about it.
So what challenges have you faced along the way?
Well, many. So we've had to deal with loads of different contractors, about 5 actually, 5 let us down. So I ended up subcontracting the garden work myself. We've also dealt with issues getting licensing to use the space. We've dealt with, even issues just engaging community in the very beginning. It was quite difficult. When I originally began starting to try and tackle the fly tipping problem, I just decided I'd go door to door knocking to try and form some sort of action group. And everybody said no, because nobody knew what an action group was. Because it was a fact that up until that point, nobody had even tried to solve the issue that we'd all faced. Everyone had just ignored it. And that was one of the, the biggest challenges, getting people involved. But today, I'm really pleased to say that people are involved and people are engaged. Myself and the volunteers, we've turned this space from something that was really, really detrimental to something that's now, it's got such a bright future, and so much value to give.
I'm part of a volunteer group called Good Gym, and we have groups across the country, and we're basically a group of volunteers who run, walk or cycle to a task to help either the local community groups or individuals. So the idea is to get fit while doing good.
Wow, it's a win-win.
Yes, definitely. And no gym fees.
Yeah. So you're at Khan's disposal to weed and plant and do all the nitty-gritty stuff that needs a community to bring it together.
Yeah, we just come in and give them a bit of a hand.
And yeah, about Khan, 16 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even compute like how much of a leader he is and how much of a kind of a force for nature he is, a good force for nature.
Yeah.
I mean, how does he make you guys feel?
Well, I just think he's so inspirational, and he's always got a massive smile on his face, and it doesn't matter what the weather is, he's out here. It's just a pleasure to help him. It doesn't feel like work, it doesn't feel like a chore. We just love seeing this garden grow.
So if I come back on a sunnier day, I'll see you and all your colleagues and all the volunteers at task in the garden again.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a regular visit for us and we love it.
So Lizzie, can you tell me a bit about your involvement in this garden?
So I work on the community engagement side of things, so I'm the person who would door knock and kind of just say, this is a really good space to not only, plant plants and to be within wildlife, but to actually have conversations that you wouldn't normally have with your neighbours.
So you're really the one rallying people together, kind of getting people into this space, making people aware.
Yeah, and obviously now the park's built, this is only the start. It's what can we do now? What can people actually bring to this park and what can happen to make that, sense of well-being improve?
I think it's just magic when you see people walking down the street, walking past, and at the very least just sharing a smile, where there otherwise weren't smiles. And if we could all have more smiles, wouldn't that be so much better?
Exactly, seeing, young people come play on this park, seeing elders come sit on the park, from day and night, it's obviously become a safe place for the community, which is really, really nice to see with the hard work that Colin's done.
Yeah, you should be so proud of yourself, man.
Just wanting to see where I live a better place, definitely. I'm wanting to make it, the best place to live. When I see, potential in something, I want to go and I want to, chase that and pursue that until I can bring it into fruition, yeah.
It sounds like a younger me. I think I wanted to really take hold of what was going on in my community and kind of looking out on my street. And I always say everything's by design, nothing's by accident. I mean, how important is it for people to take hold of kind of like ownership in their community and kind of influence the future of their spaces?
I think it's absolutely vital in this modern age that people take ownership of where they live. As we're becoming increasingly more connected, especially over things like social media, we're also getting more and more disconnected. Before I started doing like community work and getting out there and meeting people, I didn't really know who my neighbours were.
You've embedded a community, you've brought people together, you've made connections between yourself and others, and nature. No, honestly, it fills me with joy and pride coming here and seeing such a young man speak so eloquently and with such intention with what he's doing in this community. I mean, if only there were more of you around the country, I mean, we'd all be in better hands, wouldn't we?
Well, you know what? Anyone can do what I've done. It's not like I'm some special person. I've grown up in this area. I've lived in this area all my life. I've not been trained or anything of that nature. So anyone can do what I've done. If there's a plot of land, where somebody lives or an issue that they're facing, they should rally their community and bring them together and solve that issue, whether it means making a garden or anything else of any sort like that.
I'm nearly double your age and I feel super inspired coming here and listening to you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And might we see you run for Prime Minister sometime soon?
40 years' time, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps. You'd have to wait and see.
I mean, wow. Coming here to Liverpool today has been nothing short of awe-inspiring and energising. Seeing such a young man lead on this scale, bringing community together, activating space and bringing wildlife to the fore. What a space, what a community, and what a talented young man he is.
Khan's story is really inspiring. It serves as a powerful reminder that regardless of age, each and every one of us has the ability to make a positive impact not only on our green spaces, but also through them on our communities.